video, I usually put a wine cork in my mouth, and that tends to help a little bit. Another thing you can do is I guess do talking exercises. You can do tongue twisters to help loosen your mouth. You can do one where you open your mouth really wide and then scrunch your nose, or scrunch your mouth really small, so it's like, and then like that. Oh, you just saw that on video. So there's all sorts of different things that you can do to help you sound a little bit more confident in what you're saying. And I think really the most important thing is to kind of plan out what you're going to say beforehand. Yeah. And so next thing we're going to talk about is, oh wait, I didn't even talk about the other things, did I? Yes, so video length. Most people don't realize how important this is. Actually, DJ asked the question, why don't YouTube annotations show up elsewhere? They do, as long as your video is big enough for them to show up when you're embedding. If it's a small video, the annotations aren't going to show up. So when you're embedding them somewhere else, yeah, it's all about the size. So like, as long as it's the same size or fairly close to what shows up on YouTube, bigger than, no, not that kind of size, but like, yeah, but like height and length. So you can actually edit that when you're going through the embed process. So like, yeah, resolution. But yeah, so you got to make it about the same width and length as when it's on YouTube. Otherwise, the annotations probably won't show up, because I guess they probably don't have a scaling thing for that, or if it's too small, you can't see the annotations anyway. Alright, so video length. Video length is much more important than people often think. When you think of the internet, especially YouTube, you think of people with very low attention spans, and that's definitely very true. People don't like sitting through 10-minute videos, and I break this rule from time to time. That's fine, but for the most part, you want to make your videos under 4 minutes is what I usually say. 3 to 4 minutes is a really good video length, and you're gonna get a lot more views, surprisingly. So if you make a long video, you're gonna get a lot fewer views. I actually just saw this. I just put up a video a couple days ago on one of my YouTube channels. It's almost 10 minutes long. It was really long, and I've gotten like fewer views than I have on any other video, and it's like it's been over a day now, I think, and yeah, it's been about a day and a half now since I put it up, and it only has about 1,200 or 1,300 views, whereas normally it would have something like 4,000 to 5,000 views. It feels a lot shorter. So, and yeah, I shouldn't be complaining, but yeah, so keep it around 3 to 4 minutes is best. If you look at all the viral videos that come out, so like videos that have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views, million views, they're all around about, I'd say, 1 minute long. So and yeah, so they're very short. They're very easy to watch. And Christina asks, any way to see how many incompleted views you get? And actually, there's something that YouTube just released that kind of does this. And what is it? It's in the like the little analytics section. So if you go to My Videos, I forget what it's called, but there's a thing to see how many views you got. And one of those new sections that they just added is this thing that shows like hot spots and cold spots of your video. That's very cool. It shows, it has like a little line in the middle. It shows like what the average is, and then there's a graph. So it's like, I don't know what kind of graph it is. I was terrible at math, but it goes up and down, above and below the line, showing like when people leave your video. So if it goes down farther, it's showing where people are leaving, or if it goes above, it shows where people are going back and rewatching. So it shows like the most popular parts of your video. And Quincy asks, what is the URL for the stats views? I'm not sure what it is. I think it's different for everyone. But if you go to My Account, My Videos, it's one of the options underneath each video. You can see the stats. And they have other things too, like they show like what ages are watching your videos, or even like like whether it's male or female, or all sorts of things that you can watch to see like where your popularity is. Like one of my channels, Tofu, it's pretty 50-50. The other one is like 70% female, and a lot of older women, strangely. But yeah, so it's really interesting to look at. So yeah, definitely take a look at that when you're making videos. But yeah, video length, and like I said, all the viral videos that come out, they are very short. They're usually a minute or less. So if you check out, or if you get those like in your email or something, you'll notice that they're usually pretty short. And then the third thing is editing. Editing isn't for everyone, and it's something you got to practice at. So it's like I don't know. It's just like any other skill that you got to practice. There's on the two main operating systems. Sorry, Stephen. There's at least one free video editing software that comes with it, or you can download. And for Windows, you got Windows Movie Maker. Not my biggest or not my favorite, editing software, but it works. And for Mac, you have iMovie, which I think is a little bit better. But there's also more pro applications, things like Adobe Premiere Pro for Windows, which is very good, and Final Cut Pro for Apple, which is also absolutely fantastic. Yes, sorry, Stephen. 3 main operating systems, and maybe Stephen knows like what kind of video editing software there is for Linux-based operating systems, but see if he tells me. Alright, so Sinalera, butchering the pronunciation on that, but yeah, if you are running Linux, definitely check it out. Stephen says it's good, so but yeah, so editing is a great thing to do. It definitely gives a little more polished look to your video, even if that means cutting off the setup time, like in the beginning where you're like reaching over to turn on your camera, and at the end where you're reaching to turn off your camera. Even if it means just cutting those things off, it makes your video a little bit better. Preferably, you'll be actually like going in and editing a little bit more, adding some music, even maybe some transitions. Try not to be too cheesy about it. The only transitions I recommend are the crossfade, which is just kind of fading from one scene to another. All the other ones, like the door sliding or the present opening, those are kind of cheesy and not going to get you too far. So definitely editing is big. One of the things that I like to do personally, and it depends on your style, hey Lewis, is I cut out all the parts of my video where I'm not talking. So if you watch any of my videos, you'll notice that it's just talking, and just cutting like every 3, 4, 5 seconds. It's very fast-paced. I think it works really well with YouTube, just because the attention span thing again. It just helps speed things up. So like a video that would have been 8-10 minutes ends up being 4 minutes. Yeah, exactly, like an MTV video, and that's totally what I call it. And that's not gonna work for everyone. I'm not recommending it for everyone. But that's just one thing that you can do. And definitely watch a lot of videos and see what other people do who do similar things to you. So not necessarily the same like niche as you, but have the same talking style, and figure out what works for them. And then use that yourself. I mean, everyone's copied everyone on YouTube. It's just editing style, as long as you're not copying content. So, and then another thing that I suggest is to definitely check out titles. Titles are absolutely wonderful when you're making videos, just because it's another layer of information that you can add, and that it just adds a little bit of depth to your video. And so I also provided 3 links down here in the notes section for royalty-free music. These are all places you can download music from. It's pretty good for video backgrounds, and you can actually search for like different fields and things you're looking for. And all you have to do is you have to provide like a link to their website saying that you use their music, and that's all they ask. So it's royalty-free. Just don't take the music, use it, and not credit them. That's the main thing. And you know, there's actually some really good music, and I've been using these websites a lot lately. So yes, I think that's it. Any question about any of the things I've